Hey there, and welcome back to the Author Challenges of Inkbound, the roguelike action strategy game by Shiny Shoe. This is actually my second time trying this challenge. Believe it or not, I completely got smote within 5 minutes of starting it the last time. So the challenge that we're on here is called the Tinkerer's Challenge. Apparently, I normally go through a lot more than 20 will in a combat. I picked a hard combat, and the combat was not difficult, but I ran out of will and simply could not use any skills. It was literally the second combat of the entire run. So, what I'm realizing is that you need to pick combats that are easier in order to not die, and that's interesting. I also think that burn builds, or just generally damage over time builds, are going to be way too slow in the early game to win in 20 will. They tend to play fairly defensively and spam their skills a little bit in order to kind of make up for that lower initial damage. So as a result, my initial gut was to play with Mosscloak. I ended up trying this previous run with Magma Miner, immediately passed away, and I went, aha, yes, I'm actually going to go back to Mosscloak now. So the interesting thing about this challenge, let me explain what it is for those of you not looking at the screen. Basically, it's a classic kind of challenge where you start with a lot of will and then burn it down, but you do not regain any will at all. Now, I don't know if that means will gained in other ways doesn't count or whatever. I'm not sure. I think one of these modifiers override some parts of the rest of the game, so that's important to keep in mind. The modifiers are you start combat with 20 will. Think about that. That's not a lot if you think about it. Most turns you have, what, 3 or something, I think, and then have some sort of refund mechanic or something that you can work with. It's pretty easy to go through that very fast and not win the combat, right? So that's tough. And then combat with guardians or villains is at 30 will, which is more, but still pretty low. Beating the Unbound in 30 uses of a skill is pretty rough. Now, we of course could maybe offset that with making things free or discounting them somehow. Those do matter. I also want to avoid things that cost 2 will, if at all possible, unless they're really important or really good for some reason. We start with Volkas's Bond Enhancer. This does only 2 things. I could show it on the screen for you, just so you have it, but so you can look at that. We'll go on the collection, look at vestiges, we'll go to Volkas, there it is, great, you can see that there. Basically, it gives you 1 will reserve. Now, important to note, this 1 will reserve gets reduced to 0 by the other effect, so that's what makes me think that this sort of thing is not easy to offset, right? Another important note, though, is that this does come with sets, right? Inventor and Will Collector. So we very easily could potentially offset this by going infinite with a Shattered Will build, right? Kind of interesting, especially because it starts us with this. We cannot grind it, and we cannot destroy it or remove it. So we're stuck with it. We might as well use it, right? Will Collector. Now, I don't know about Will Collector in general, whether or not that Shattered Will is going to behave correctly. One would hope that it does add the will when we successfully get there. So that's interesting to think about. Inventor is Shocked, which leads you a little bit to lean towards something more physical damagey, because if I can lean into Inventor, then suddenly I can do big cleave damage with that Shocked effect. So, pretty good. Most importantly, though, is it conserves leftover will between turns, which means, if I go back over here and look at this, that 20 or 30 will sticks with us every turn. It does mean we have 1 fewer vestige slot, keep that in mind as well. The rest of this is you have 0 will reserve, which I believe overrides anything that gives you will reserve, and you also receive -1 will per orb. Noting that 0 will reserve is a very specific language. It doesn't say -3, right? It says 0. Because of that, I suspect it overrides anything that gives you any will reserve whatsoever. So we're going to do this with Mosscloak. Reasons: hyper energy efficient. Everything costs 1. There's a lot of ways of getting refunded mechanics here, getting free stuff back. I think it'll be very powerful. I'm probably playing this with Forgery Forge because I'm already going to have to lean towards easier combats anyway in order to avoid spending too many turns. So I think Forgery Forge should generally just be ridiculously strong here, and we should have no problems completely crushing the run. This also lets us reroll and maybe find some things that let us go into our other mechanics, like Will Collector or whatever, if we end up on that. So, we'll see. Anyway, let's see if we can pull this off. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully we have a good run of this now that I feel like I actually understand this a little better. And let's get this going. We're going to need to really pick things that we're able to crush fast. It's easy to underestimate how many times you use skills and like how much will you actually go through in a combat. Like Argalath is a huge flight risk because you have to mega cleave or else you lose. So let's pick Cinder again. I kind of don't like doing this, but I feel like you need to for these challenges. Most of these, like maybe Runestone is fine, but if I'm forced to, for instance, redirect my attacks at things other than the boss, that's pretty tough, right? I can at least cleave the, what are they? I don't know what they're called, the little tree people plus Cinder in one move, right? So let's go with that. I think that's fine. All right, as far as opening books, we have Silent Promenade, Vengewood, Proving Grounds. Vengewood, I think, is the best because we can just beat down Lusk without too much issue. Silent Promenade, this guy's got a lot of health. Janice, we're going to be forced to attack dummies, which sounds bad. Let's go to Vengewood. I don't want to direct any damage towards dummies, right? That's part of the issue. A lot of turns in the game tend to be saving time or avoiding an effect or something. So, we are primarily physical, so I don't love Stroke of Genius here. I might just take Quilling Catcher because it plays nicely with Forgery Forge. Don't hate that. Inflict 3 stacks of bleed. I don't mind 3 stacks of bleed. Distant Dash is not bad. Don't want the Shuriken one here. Shatter on a random enemy is pretty weak. I don't want that. The nice thing about bleed is it does not tick down, so if I do run out of energy, I can probably live, because they just, as long as I hit every enemy, they'll bleed out eventually, or I'll die, your choice. It's also the stronger one of these, I think. I'll take something. I want to add damage to my run, and we'll take Quilling Catcher here. Doesn't add damage. We'll go Quilling Cage. I'm going to be hard pushing towards this stuff. Interesting. I'm going to save this potion for after I open this. We'll eat the physical one, and then that'll take us to the next combat. This first combat should have no issue. You'll see the mechanic here. 20 here is fine. Cool. Just kind of dash here. I insta-kill this guy, and then this is pretty straightforward. I stab. And then this is, you can kind of just keep going on this first one without too much issue. You can see I'm not getting any orb value. This guy's dead though, so it's fine. End turn, great. It's over. Good job. Cool, we get some money. Now I am going to eat this fish and then take this potion. Second Mercurial is fine. We'll grab this cash. We've got random fire over here. I don't know what that's from. That seems like a bug. All Wills Bard. Will Collector. Precision. Yeah, buddy, let's get in on that. On critting, gain 1 will once per turn. Just generally speaking, that's really good for us here. Invocation, Pilfer, or Smoke Bomb? I don't want these. I want something better. Defense, okay. I'll take some defense. I don't mind clicking these. Restoration or Shield Wall are both fine. Restoration is maybe more efficient. I can heal back. Maybe I get greater restoration or something. It's fine. It's got some carryover. It's a little slower, but I'm actually going to take Shield Wall because the spiked could be really relevant for dealing damage here. Sure, I think that's better here. We'll take that. Move on. I'll take this grinder. Now, whether or not I actually want to grind All Wills Bard is a good question. It's a very good question. How do I feel with 35 power about this hard combat? It's an interesting question. There's a part of me that also likes the idea of grinding up All Wills Bard, but it does require I crit, which is not impossible. I have an increased crit chance. So I think I'm going to hold on to this, maybe grind up the Quilling Catcher here. Maybe that's better. Hard to say. It's really hard to say, actually. I'm going to grind up All Will's Bard here. This is good because it makes me much stronger. It gets me Will Collector 3 and Precision 2. And then I can pretty comfortably take this big Quilling Cage, I think, with the fish. It seems like I should have no problems here. Over 200 is very good for Forge Reforge as well. Now, this is unfortunately going to be difficult, right? Right, this is going to be a hard combat. Least of all because it is called a hard combat, but also it's going to just be generally... They're not kidding when they say it's a hard combat here, right? Can I get you 3 here? I can get 3 guys. Great. I think I need to stab once so I can get this cleave. And we need to not be afraid of taking or doing a bunch of damage here, right? Okay, he's dying to bleed. Let's not overdo this. I'm interested in the behavior of Shattered Will here. Actually, because of the fact that he has, well, he has phasing. I think it's efficient to get some more damage out here and then end turn on that. Look at that, we're already 15 in. 5 used, okay. Now, I would like very much to... I get a 3 here. Maybe it's possible. Magic pixel nonsense here, potentially. 1, 2, 3, yes, okay. Throw this here. Let's prioritize... Prioritize stabbing these guys out. We'll take this orb. I would like to get kills here. And prevent some of this incoming damage. And then we shield here, which almost kills these jabbers. Very efficient, I think. I would really like to kill this guy. Okay, I'm going to spend a couple extra will to get that money, I think. Now we press end turn. Okay. Fine. This is the final wave. Okay, so priority 1 is hit everything. Alright, this is... Now it's easy mode, right? We just kill literally every enemy. Now, first of all, see if I get the will from this. I do. Will Collector works as expected. Great. Alright, good job. A very good combat. We got a lot of money there. Big fan. We get a big Quilling Cage coming out of it. We're really pushing ourselves in a good direction with Forge Reforge. Big fan. Lion's Share. On defeating an enemy, gain 3 stacks of Shattered Will. Yeah, let's just lean into this, huh? That seems okay. Poison Vapor, I suppose. I could. Cultivate potentially offsets the will cost a little bit. That's an interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea. So does Will Collector though, right? I don't feel like I need to go too ham here. Let's re-roll this. After Image. Some defense seems good and the crit charge seems good. I'll take this, I think. That's a good balance. Ah, do I want that? Something offensive might have been nice here. I'll take it. Crit charge is at least somewhat offensive, right? I can go a little ham, I suppose. Alright, I think this is okay. We don't get a grinder here, unfortunately. Let's go to the Binding Empowerment. Or actually the Sea Breach, maybe? Let's go to the Binding Empowerment, actually. I think this is right. Because... Interesting. Because the main reason is Sea Breach, I don't feel like doing... I don't think the roll there is wise. On defeating one or more enemies, deal throw damage to the nearest enemy. Specifically with throw. I don't know how important that will be. Increased range on flurry is nice. I'll take it potentially. Quickened image. I'll take distant flurry, sure. Alright. Now, I'm just going to go to the normal combat because I don't feel like taking this crazy risk, I don't think. And that's fine with me. Cool. Grab some cash, Moving on, we're already further than we were before. Fantastic news. I kind of just need to stab this guy until he's dead. Then I think I need to crit roll. We're going to dash. I'm going to do big damage numbers here. Get some bleed out, which kills him. I'd like to kill this guy on this turn and then hang out here, I think. And that's perfectly good to me. Take no damage, everything's dead. I can be a little more aggro here specifically because of specifically because of the things I'm doing, which is I'm able to just kill enemies right away. Grab an orb, let it sit. We're fine. This combat's over. I can be aggro because there's fewer waves. Just Shadow Realm an enemy. Great job. Alright, just click buttons until he's dead, basically. Cool. We do have Lion's Share, so when I kill enemies, I'm gaining Shattered Will, but that's fine. I'm looking to get as much... Okay, yeah, like, Will Collector, Voice of Fortunes is almost certainly the pick here. Grinder? Grinder. Okay. Definitely Voice of Fortunes. And then I think I'm selling or getting rid of Lion's Share. It's a common, which is silly that I'm taking it over these other very good ones. Like, for instance, Cheese Cards is fantastic. I guess I can just aggressively reroll a little bit, huh? Yeah, okay. I mean, I can certainly do this, right? I get Future Willer, which is maybe alright. I'm going to re-roll over here, see what I hit. Alright, we get another Lion's Share, which is pretty good. We're at a point where every single time we can get something like this, we're feeling much better about the run. Yeah, I think once you hit this point, we're going to feel pretty decent. I'm going to actually take Cheese Cards here because I do want to get further in on crit rolls. We're going to go to the Shrine. It's pretty powerful, actually. A good pickup set, right? It's a good set. All right, I'm going to look at this potion. What do I get? Unstable Brew, absolutely will grab. I think the salvage here is probably Fabled, right? Because anytime I end my turn is going to result in a ridiculous amount of shield gain, right? For each of your leftover will, gain 2 shield at the start of turn. So that's huge defense, right? So let's actually salvage the Lion's Share here. Really strong. We'll then move on. All I need now is one more Will Collector, and I think we will be set. I have the key, of course. We move in. One more Will Collector will feel great. Twin Fangs, fantastic. I really love the grind on Twin Fangs. We're purchasing it. I'm re-rolling here. Inkly map is it, right? That's the 8th Will Collector here. Gain 10 Omni damage per current will. Okay. Seems good to me. That's good. That's really good. Now we're at Will Collector 8 already. This is very hyper efficient because now on 2 orbs, I am generating another 2 will, right? And then any other way that I can generate that stuff is fine too. Now, other things that I want. Good question. I could replace Quilling Catcher. I don't think it's that important. You want to get another Lion's Share, possibly? We'll grind that up, and then we can toss Future Willer. It's pretty decent. It gets us up to what? That would also get us to ridiculous high on Fabled. I hadn't really considered how good Fabled would be here, huh? It's not something I really considered. So here's the deal. We cut out the... Here's the thing. We cut out the Quilling Catcher, right? So now you're like, I have Will Collector 9. What are you doing? I can just throw away Future Willer now, which is not that useful, I don't think. Right? And in doing so, I grind Twin Fangs and one of my Lion Shares, I think. I think so, yes. Future Wheeler I can actually just literally throw away. It's not bad, but it's not helpful either. And then, do I buy anything here? I guess I could take the golden egg, which I don't think I need. I get a lot of Quillings back from Fabled, which is very funny. It's not bad. And then I could actually salvage the golden egg, potentially. And get, what, Fabled 5? I kind of want to salvage a Lion's Share, because then I'm really hyper efficient on this. Yeah, okay. In that case, I think I'm going to keep Quilling Catcher because this actually does provide 35% more money, which will matter, especially because of the Fabled benefit. So I'm going to get rid of Future Willer, and we're going to chill and move on, and we should win here, I think, pretty confidently. Cool. Good. All right, so this, I think we've solved the challenge of this run. Now, I need to win the run. So an important detail is when these guys die, I should get a truckload of Shattered Will from them, right? I think that's just true. Cool. Seems good to me. That I'm will positive right now. Great. Just hit him for 1,000,000 damage, and then I'm gonna walk away, I think. There's very little reason for me to stick around in this turn. I just press end turn here, and I should get obnoxious amounts of wealth and everything else. And I currently have what? How much shield do I have? Excuse me. Wait. I gained a lot of shield, up to 5. Yeah, so I gained all 10 shield there, which is just awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and cleave here, which triggers... That's all Shattered Will value. Great. And I'm currently gaining 320 Omni Power. That's fun. Take the crit roll here and do a absolute truckload of damage to him. He's going to toss some bombs at me, but that's fine. I just chill on the orb. I mean, I may as well take the orb, right? I get Shattered Will out of it, so that's cool. We're up on will. Yeah, we're actually super winning for anyone keeping track. We're way up on will here. Yes. Cool. He hits me, but I get tons and tons of value. We're just gonna hit him. I'm doing it this way so I get the extra orb for next turn, and we just kind of chill here. I'm getting so much cash from Fabled, it's kind of nuts. What? Dash. Let me math this out. I should get 6 stacks of Shattered Will. I get 4 stacks of Shattered Will there. Is this math wrong? Very well might be, actually. I kill. I got a big number there. I think I am getting 6. Oh, I see, I got 12. I get it. So I had 4 left over. I'm generating will. I'm a genius. Look at him go. What a smart fella. Take this orb so I can walk out of this. And then I'm just gonna stab him again, I think. And that's pretty cool for me. Great. Cool. I'm very fine on will right now. How do I know how many times I've successfully gotten this whole thing, right? What if I just Shattered Will, Shattered Will, Shattered Will, and I just tank this hit? How many times have I gotten Fabled here? There, we get another one. I wasn't really sure how many times I've gotten it, but alright, here we go. Spiked, great. Cool. Stab over here. We're going to stab over here. I'm actually just going to press end turn, and we're going to see if I get any more Fabled. Nah, we're out of Fabled. Alright, cool. We're taking 0 damage, though, because of Fabled, which is not what I expected this run to look like, but here we are. As it turns out, Fabled is really good with this thing. I had not really considered it, but dang, it's really strong. Relentless Barrage, deal 30 damage, consume shuriken. Damage increases by 10 per shuriken I have. It's fine, I suppose. I don't love those. Epic Augment, Critical Flurry, now we're cooking. Big fan of this. Do 1 billion more damage. I like that a lot. Take it. Okay. I guess I will take Relentless Barrage. It at least increases the damage here, so sure. Fine. We'll full heal and then we move on. Earning a ton of cash, by the way. Feels great. Moving on. Anything that has ads like this, we're benefiting from lion's share a lot, which is good. I'll eat this fish, sure. What you got? Lucky Horseshoe Crab? Cool. I'm going to grind up, first of all, Twin Fangs. I want to get on Reaver, which is important. Next is, I think I want to grind up Cheese Cards, because it gets me on Quilling Hoarder 3, which will stack up on Forgery Forge a bunch, and also gets me to Precision 6. Although I think Fabled 5 might be better in the end. Interesting. I think I'm going to earn more value in this next combat by salvaging Cheese Cards here. Go to Precision 6 and we get Quilling Hoarder 3. Now here I'm just going to go to Garden's Edge. It doesn't matter. Fine. Lion's Share, I don't mind. Having those is actually helpful for these trash combats. And our whole plan here is double rare augments, maybe? No? I'll take the Quilling Cage then. Fine. Sure. Big money. Let's go. We should crush from here, right? I have very little concern. Cool. So anyway, I'm going to dash through this group here. I'm going to kill all of them, and that's great. I'm going to pop up a shield and chill. Cool. Remember, we are trying to earn a bunch of obscene money and value from Fabled here, so we don't want to go too fast if we can avoid it. Alright, cool. 2 will from that. That's always fun. My goal here is basically to take zeros and to attempt to... Yeah, any turn where I can take 0, I'm just going to press end turn until I trigger all of my Fableds. And we should be fine, right? All of my Fableds. I have so much will and value here. I think I get one more, or maybe that was the last one. Not actually sure. Actually, okay, that's the last one. Great, we did it. Cool. Nothing said I had to be efficient. It just said I had to win. And I'll take a bajillion dollars here, which is we're over 1,850 right now, so we're cooking. We're cooking quite well. Another Inkly map is, I think, disgusting. Yeah, that's good. Per current will. We have a lot of will. Restoring health is probably pretty good. I don't care about Poison Flurry. On passing through enemies, gain 20 physical damage until your next attack binding. That's efficient, I suppose. I'll take the Restoring Health, actually. I think we're already generating a lot of shield. Man, Fabled, I super underestimated this. I had no idea. But then I got it because of Lion's Share, and it turns out to be cooked. Absolutely crazy. Alright, I don't think Strengthening Dash matters. I'm generating, what, like 400 Omni damage from Inkly maps here? So let's just take some restoration, I think. It's fine. We'll go to a grinder here. I don't know what I'm grinding, but I'll grind something, I'm sure. It might just be Quilling Catcher, possibly. I mean, in that case, I'm just going to sit on it and come back and grind after the Guardian. The Guardian should stand no chance here, for the record. Ooh, yeah, let's stick that Mercurial on the ground. We'll take the Disintegration Oil for a good turn. Alright, I think we should just blast this man, right? Dash through him. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Blur Play. Oh my gosh, look how much damage. 560. Cook. Alright, bud. Great job. I think I'm just going to press end turn here and do my best. Hey, rude healers. Rude. Attack, attack, attack. Shield. Orb. Sit. Right? We sit here. Cool. My goal is to get Fabled value. Kill the Chompies. Cool. Grab the orb. Press end turn. Alright, cool. Taking 2 damage. Rude. Shields up. Grab the orb. Press end turn. Yeah, we're generating a lot of defense here that I can play super aggressively on this. I'm just going to eat the Mercurial Elixir, I think. I don't need to use any of these other ones. We'll just toss that so I can put up some shield for funsies. There we go. Cool. Absolutely outrageous how strong this is. Just press these buttons. Cool. Great. We did it. End turn, right? I'm taking 2. How rude. How dare you. End you. I'll just press it. I'll just press Restorative Wall next turn. It's fine. Alright, look, I healed up. It's fine. Alright, and send this man to the Shadow Realm. Incredible. Look at us. We're so strong. Almost $3,000 is actually obscene. There's an argument for Inventor. We could get some Shocked in there because we do have Vulcuses. Treasure Hunter? Look at that, I have Treasure Hunter too. That's funny. I could get Treasure Hunter 4 real fast, which is amusing, I suppose. Huh, interesting idea. +1 stack of Blur is pretty good. I like that a lot. We're definitely taking that. Defense is still valid here. 1 shield for each shuriken, or an additional critical charge guarantees I hit them both, which is not bad. Prepared Dash makes it free once per turn. We got Sharpshoot. It's not my favorite one. My favorite one here is actually the... what's it called? My favorite one is... what's it? The Bouncer. Ricochet. I always forget the names of these things. I'll take +30 crit chance, though. That's pretty cool. This should be fine. I'm certain we'll be able to gain benefits from that. Fine. What is my grind here? I kind of like the Shadow grind, right? We get the extra Treasure Hunters, which is fun. And yeah, alright, sure, I'll grind that up. Seems interesting to me. I was going to go with Quelling Catcher, but I don't actually mind keeping it around for now. Great. Now we get even more Treasure Hunters. Fun. And Shadow, for some reason. I'm going to go with Shielding Flurry. Actually, no, I want to keep Flurry open. I'm going to go with Prepared Dash, make it free. This is a good use of my will now. Great. We should be fine. Grind. Yep. Grind up. I think the plan here is over 3,000 money. This is going to be a big combat. Let's take a Glyph Globe here so I can actually re-roll something. We're fine on cash. Look, I have over $3,000. It's fine. We're over $3,000 and I do 1 billion damage thanks to Inkly maps. And I have essentially infinite shield generation and all sorts of other insanity. So we're good, alright? We're cool. Alright, first order of business. Blur up. Let's dash at this guy and then kill the orb. Let's stab a dude, which is strong. Let's keep stabbing dudes. This is still quite strong, as it turns out. Cool. We'll stab that guy and that guy. We'll take this orb. I mean, at this point, I've won the combat, right? I'll heal and then it's over, right? Great job, we did it. My basic idea here is to farm out on these guys, right? Oh, I missed. Bummer. Get him. Get him. Great, we got him. Cool. My goal here is now to stab and basically press end turn at this point. We're doing okay. Still at 19, doing pretty efficiently here. Generating a ton of money. Going to murder. Well, grab the orb first. Dash. Then murder. Great. Stab, stab. We have everything I think we need. We just press end turn for a few turns. We're up on will, which is nice and fun. Put up some shield, take an orb. We're gonna try to make sure we have all of our Fabled turns out, which is good. Blur should reduce that to 0, sure does. Fabled turns, go. Shield up, orb, walk away. Great. Alright, cool, we have everything. Now we can actually finish the combat and just end this man. Great job. Incredible. Honestly, couldn't have asked for better. Another Inkly map. You think I won't, but I will, as it turns out. Inkly map is hyper efficient. It's actually kind of ridiculously hyper efficient. Glass cannon sounds fun, but I do take 1 billion damage from it, and I'm kind of camping a little bit. I could get 25 physical damage and finish out... What is even the final thing on Treasure Hunter? I've never done this. Treasure pots drop rare or better vestiges. What the heck? That's pretty cool, right? Sure, I'll grind that up. Seems good to me. We'll walk backwards and grind up Harbinger's Trophy real quick. Add some good value. Cool, great. We're maxed out on Treasure Hunter now. Now, I do want to make sure I'm actually able to generate Shattered Will. So, let's try to roll into some Shattered Will plays that are strong here. We have so much money. I do not need more money. I also have so many glyphs. Let's buy stuff. Reduces cooldown of another random binding by 2. That seems efficient. Let's take that. I don't need more shield. We're doing okay on that. I would like stuff that gives me... I have a grinder behind me that I haven't used. Let me verify that real fast. Yes, I have not used it. I was pretty sure, but I needed to make sure. All right. I would like something that benefits... interesting. I can get Quelling Hoarder 5. That's tempting, right? Quelling Hoarder 5 is tempting because it doubles my money at the final shop, which is about to be $10,000. That's pretty cool. I certainly would not be... I wouldn't mind getting Reaver up. That's an extra 35 crit damage, which is massive. Ancient Wisdom does nothing for me because it gets set to 0. Let's spin again, see if I find something better here. Starwalker is fun. We could get Bounty Hunter up a bit. I don't need Treasure Hunter. I don't know about Cursed Contract. I do have Marked, right? I could apply Marked Chains with this. Well, I do apply Marked, as it turns out. Marked Chains are pretty strong. Especially because this gets me... It's essentially with one enemy means I could gain... I could essentially infinite on... Oh, and not infinite, but provide perpetual marked, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good pickup, right? This might be an opportunity for me to use to salvage the lion's share here, because I want to get Fabled 5 for 50 Omni power. And that opens up a slot. That's pretty strong. I don't know if I want to go in on that. I could just find another Inkly map or something. I don't know. It's tough. What is this? Mightitus' Golden Touch. It's not bad. Withered Tracks. It's fun. Gets me movement. Let's keep spinning until we have something we're happy about. Yeah, okay. Shaheen's Shimmering Shadow is pretty much a guaranteed GG here if I purchase this, so we'll just buy that real fast. This basically equals I go infinite, which is fantastic news. Study of Windsong is pretty cool here, actually. Right? Yeah, Study of Windsong is pretty cool because it gets me to... Now, this guy negates the need for me to keep a lion's share. So let's salvage the lion's share real fast. I don't actually need to. Fabled is pretty strong. What am I buying otherwise? Do you want Study of Windsong? Marked dealing an additional 50 damage is pretty good. This also actually gets me Fabled. If I salvage it, it gets me Fabled. Ooh, I like this. Let's go Study of Windsong real quick. I think the plan is I'm just going to drop one of those lion shares, right? Is I think the play. The salvage here is Study of Windsong because this gets me, wait for it, Fabled 5, but it also got me on the board with Bounty Hunter, which I quite like. So I don't need the other lion's share now. So hitting Bounty Hunter 5 is pretty good, but let's see, we can probably find a better one, right? Another Harbinger's Trophy. On defeating an enemy for more than double their max HP, gain 50 physical damage until the end of combat. Is this farmable on every boss? More than double their HP. That's pretty tough on Cinder. But it's really easy on... It's not easy on Unbound. I don't think it's worth going for. Retract Token is terrible. Spin this again. We'll try one more time. The last slot should be on something powerful. Reaver 3 would be good, but I don't care much for Inventor. Shocked is not terrible, I suppose. I can spin down a little further here. I'm not worried about this, right? All Will's Bard is cool. I don't need that, though. It's weaker than other options. Unstav. I'm willing to spend a fair bit on looking for rares because I think the rares are high value. I'm just going to take the box of truffles for now, right? Why? Just pick up Quilling Catcher. What if I just don't buy these and we just save our money? I'm just going to take Quilling Catcher 3 and we'll walk back in and completely blast this boss. I have... The only thing that they could show me that would be even stronger is, well, another Inkly map, but also Mumsies would be insane here. Like, we're chilling on, what, 950? Okay, bud. Sure, champ. Sure. You ready to just murder a guy? Cool. It's good, it turns out. Just gonna stab him. Great, we got rid of that guy. Faulty Flask. Sure. Seems good. Ah, yes. I don't even have my shurikens really loaded here, and we're just gonna chill. I'm gonna go ahead and use this ability. Great. Didn't even really roll all that well. I'll take the orb here. We're gonna dash a bit. Is this gonna actually do damage to me if I hit him? I'm gonna shoot, and then I'm gonna run away. And we're fine now. I'm just gonna chill. It's fine. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of stuff and I'll heal myself next turn with a shield wall, so that's okay. Cool, I don't actually care, right? It's like legitimately okay. Just like... That's a number. Sure. We'll just go ahead and push phase real fast. That seems fine. There we go. We did it. Good job. Great. 28 will remaining. I think we're doing fine. I'm over 1,000 on the will collector, though, which is pretty entertaining, I think. Let's go ahead and dash real fast. Seems good. I'm going to finish that off. I'm going to stab these guys real fast. Seems good. Cool. Yeah, great. Push damage numbers real fast. Fine. And then press end turn a couple times, pretty much, right? I could finish this fight whenever. So now it's just shield up. Let's finish them off. Finish him off. Great. I'm actually... Wow, actually, he just dies from the bleed? Or is it the spiked? It's a combination. I simply do too much damage accidentally. Great. Cool. Well, at least I end my turn and get some Fabled benefit. I am simply too powerful. Cool. Good numbers. Great. Random faulty flask on the ground, I guess. Shuriken Jutsu seems good. Just immediately go to 5 Shuriken, which makes my Relentless Barrage that much better. That feels pretty good. I'll take it. Cool. What do I get today? -1 will cost. Fun. Discounted image. Fun. I can do better, right? Reroll that. Yeah, critical flurry. Let's add another 10 crit chance and 100 crit damage. Seems good. Great. Currently adding 200 crit damage to this, which is nice. I'm going to move on. I think we easy win this, right? I don't reach Will Collector 5 for the final shop, which would be funny, but it also just does not matter. We have too much money. I can't reasonably spend this much cash. Maybe they show me mumsies. I don't know. I'm going to maybe hold on to this Quilling Catcher just to hopefully increase the chances that I see that. Oh no, damage. What do I do? Wait, Shuriken Jutsu does damage now? Oh my gosh, you're right, it does. Shuriken Jutsu's too powerful. Seems good. Hammer of the Broken Rail? Why not? Fantastic news. Stab a dude. Great. Oh, goody. That's a very good crit. Rude. What if I just killed this man, huh? I'm just gonna kill you. I don't feel like taking 4 damage. Alright, end turn. End turn. We're good. Great. Fantastic. Now, combat doesn't end if I murder you, right? True. End turn. Did it. Great. I would like to Fabled myself up to even more money here. So I think we're just going to let this guy walk, and I'm just going to prioritize killing the ads and then pressing end turn pretty much. Am I at full health? I am. Yeah, alright, cool. I can end this anytime, champ. Don't threaten me. You don't know what you're in for, brother. Orb. I'm gonna at least get this. Yeah, I can finish you in 1. Alright, we're gonna hit end turn here. I think I've got 1 or 2 more. I can't actually remember exactly. Finish these guys off. Press end turn. I think that's the last one. I wish Fabled ticked down normally, you know? Orb, press end turn. Okay, we're good. We actually did it. Great. Cool. We dash here. Great. Cool. End this combat. End their torment. Great job. Great. Well, you know, we made it up to 8,000 will money anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. Amulet of Floral Transposition. I mean, I will definitely proc that if we choose to go for it. Miser's Purse. Now that's funny. There's an interesting world where I re-roll this one down here for a Quilling Hoarder, and then I just take 2 Quilling Hoarders right away. And what, drop Lion's Share or something? Could do some silly stuff there. I'll take plus 40 damage on my Piercing Throw, I think. That seems pretty decent, right? I suppose I can actually re-roll this. There's better ones, right? Critical throw is much better here. Yeah, I like that, actually. Cool. Great. More damage. Good. Big fan. I do also apply bleeding, apparently. Whoops. Let's go ahead. There's really no reason for me to sack any of these things, so let's actually just let it ride. I don't need Quilling Hoarder. It's fine. Alright. We're getting rid of Quilling Hoarder now. Okay. What do you got in here? You got a Mumsies for me or something? I mean, here you go. On gaining a critical charge, gain 3 stacks of Shattered Will is... I mean, at this point, I basically go infinite, right? I'm actually already gone. I've gone infinite. We've done it, right? We finished it. We figured it out. Cursed Contract is pretty cracked in terms of damage. I don't think I need Fabled 5. Let me be honest with you. I think Fabled 4 is enough. The Omni damage I gain from this is pretty low. Double Shaheens is like a guaranteed victory here, right? I can't imagine that goes poorly for me. Although I guess I could take Miser's Purse and get 100 Omni damage from that. It's pretty good, actually, right? It's pretty awesome, in fact. I might consider rolling this blue one. If I see another Inkleys, the map, I'm pretty good. I want to spin for a map. There's a Wolos I could take suddenly. Study of Windsong's not bad. I do think, for the record, that Cursed Contract is nuts here. Alright. It's nuts for a few reasons. 100% marked damage, and this essentially means that I'm always marking something after I finish my Shuriken Jutsu, which is 100% bonus damage. It's actually really strong, right? It's actually crazy strong. I think this is actually so good I should purchase it. There are few things as strong as this. I might, like, replace something with a Mumsies if I rolled into it, but I don't know. I want to spin down for a Mumsies a little bit, maybe? Rolling purples is not that exciting. What if I roll these legendaries? You get a guaranteed legendary in this shop. I'll spend a little bit looking for it, right? Predator's Quintessence. It's not bad. Another Volcus. That's funny. The Gavel is pretty darn good. Just hit something, gain Shattered Will. Is that better? I'm pretty likely. I mean, I have like, what? Plus 40% crit chance on Sharpshoot with 65% crit. I think I'm probably more likely to get more value out of Shaheens here. Let's spin. Sparking Battery Coil, absolutely not. Okay, here we go. Mumsies. Great. 10 Omni damage until end of combat for every 50 Quillings I have. Cool. So let's just quickly run some quick maths here. 6,200 minus 350 is 5,850. We just divide that by 50 real quick, multiply that by 10, and that is over 1,000 Omni damage on its own. It's too bad I can't get rid of Volcuses. Yeah, this actually is so strong this is worth more than an Inkly map, so we'll just do that real fast. I do get 2 grinders for anyone keeping track. What do I want to grind, then? That's a great question, huh? I have no idea. I'm pretty much set on everything, right? I guess I could Fabled up. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it's free Omni damage. 50 Omni damage. It's fine, right? Lion's Share. I'm already maxed out anyway. Spending money I don't really want to do because it's worth so much to have the Mumsies play nice. So here it's like, I guess I could take Shadow 4 and Eviscerator 2. This is a low-cost reroll, so I think I will do that. Starwalker 3, does that help me? I mean, it does. It does, yeah. Sure, I'll pick the defensive matrix here. We'll salvage that. It gives me some shielding and Starwalker 2s me. Seems fine. Cool. I want to avoid spending money that is important here. Fabled 5 is fine, I suppose. Inkley's map, I don't need that. We're still maxed on Treasure Hunter even without it. So let's go to this purple as my Shaheens. That's my final take. I could just get 2 movement. I guess I could go up on spiked damage and get what? Starwalker 4? Starwalker 4 puts what? After image at 2 and shield wall at 2? It's not bad. Sure. I'll take that, actually. It's fine. Starwalker, I think, is more valuable than Fabled here. So, sure. Here, Porcupine. Got it. Great. And then we take the second Shaheens back, and we should be free real estate. Cool. I can still spam end turn with Fabled and get more money for mumsies on the Inkbound. We're winning, right? Stop thinking at this point. We've won. All right, I've ceased thinking. We have the W. I want you to look at my Omni damage at the start of this combat for the record. That's a good number. 1,820. Cool. For my first action, I wish to murder this ink pot. Good. Good. That feels good. Alright, I'm gonna dash here. Reminder that my marked will guarantee marked on someone else, which is a lot of fun. I'm gonna dash. And I'm going to phase him here. And we're going to end our turn. It doesn't matter. We're going to end our turn right here. Cool. Still at 30 will. Great job. Tons of money. Fantastic. Great work. Go team. I'm going to dash through 3 guys. Take an orb. We're going to phase all 3 of them here. Great work. Go team. Press end turn. Obnoxious money. And then I'm gonna farm them. Yeah. And at this point, I just kind of farm. I can actually trade after image for what will. I get 2 will out of it because of the Shaheens rolls. So that's pretty cool. And I think we just press end turn until I'm satisfied. Great work. Cool. Here, I'll even eat a shroom. Use this. Take this orb. I'm going to dash away. It's fine. I press end turn. I'm farming money for the Unbound because it's fun to do it. Cool. Press end turn again. I think 1 more and we're done, right? I think anyway. Shield up. We'll walk away. It's fine. Take the orb funsies. Great job. I think this is the last one. Yeah, alright, we got it. Great. So now we just kind of run up. We go stab, end this combat. Great job. Okay, goodbye. Golden sails, no thanks. Yes, almost at 8,000 again. Fun. Reminder that we will purchase something to salvage at the next shop, which is nice. So, we should crush this. I have, like, given what we just did to Cinder, I don't even know how to begin. The Emerald Leaf. Your shuriken maximum is increased to 10. Is that good? Do I want that? No. Not really. Not really, no. I think going to get 35 crit damage here is probably the best choice I could make. On passing through enemies, gain 20 physical damage, whatever. I'm going to spin this until we see something cool. On use, reset cooldown once per turn. It's not bad, I suppose. Get an extra dash in. Fun. What else do we have? Spend thy glyphs. Poison, no thanks. Whatever. I don't know, none of these are great. I guess. Sure, I'll just take accurate bind image, I guess. Fine. There might be a world where I need both of these to get a crit charge. I think I am just going to purchase the crafted siphons here and then immediately salvage said crafted siphons. Behold, look, I've actually got something in Inventor now. Look at that. Fantastic. Getting Reaver up to 4 does help. That's a pretty big jump. 35 there. This man's not going to stand a chance. Hey, bud. How's it going, Unbound? You ready to die? See if I can get you in one round. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to prioritize the little buddies here. Stab him. Take the orb. Unstable circuitry. Incredible. Hey, rude. I wish to blur. Going to proceed to stab him repeatedly now. Cool. Alright, I changed my mind. I am actually just going to phase him in one turn. Cool. That seemed good, actually. Now, in hindsight, I think it was a good idea to simply win the combat. You know? Alright. You know what? It's fine. Let's hit Disintegration Oil. Let's hit the Unstable Brew. Great job. Big numbers. Just send it. Alright, cool. Hey, we did it. I earned $1,600 from that combat. That is outrageous. Cool. Well, we did it. As it turns out, look at this. Coolings earned 14,205. Ridiculous. The real call out here, and this is not something I even thought about at first. Fabled is so good when you have Vulcuses and a bunch of will at the beginning. It's free. That's 10 shield a turn. That's a ton of money. It's just nuts. And if you ended up with Fabled 5, I mean, that ends up being, what, 50 Omni power until the end of combat? That adds up. Now, we're obviously so strong that I kind of don't care, right? Just Mumsies alone gives me over 1,000 ability power. So when you think about it, 50 Omni power per turn is just a drop in the bucket. It's also slow, is the thing. I have to wait 5 turns to really benefit from that. I'm winning as fast as I want to, basically. More than anything, this was about farming money, and then I'm insta-killing them on any turn, right? We killed the Inkbound in literally 2 turns. So, really, what am I talking about? This is too slow for me there. We have Mega Infinite energy from the double Shaheens here. Fantastic. I have such high crit rate, it's no big deal. 6 shattered will per crit chance, and then you get 2 will per everything. Yeah, you're guaranteed to get it, basically. After Image gives me 2 crit charges, which is just a ton. And then Cursed Contract, I mean, this is an easily slept on one, but 100% bonus damage. 100% bonus damage. Permanent, essentially. As long as I use my dash on anything and I hit that thing, everything dies, basically. Outrageous. And then Inkly maps are just nonsense here, right? We're camping at around 300 ability power per Inkly map. Way efficient. Hyper efficient. So we pretty much found all of the best stuff for this run, I think. And we went map with power. So incredible. This is what we should have done the whole time. And that's all I've got to add. An incredible run of Inkbound, the video game. Doesn't sound as good as Monster Train, the video game, but that's okay. It's still good. I will let you all go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.